will deliver your dreams.
This is the best day ever.
Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
Seriously important. Nobody is coming to save you. Do you get this? Not your boss, not your partner, your spouse, not your kids, not your parents. Nobody is coming to save you. You are the CEO of your life. And CEOs make decisions. And CEOs make decisions that really matter. Sometimes we make decisions and they don't really matter. Sometimes we make decisions based on what others think we should do. Like Boost Coffee, a great decision. Sometimes we make decisions on what we think should be expected of us. Other times we make decisions that are real, hardcore, serious decisions that change the direction of your life. This is what I'm here to talk to you about this morning. By the way, stick around on the show this morning because I have some great news for next week. We have an amazing guest that'll be with us. And if you have anybody with any cardiac issues in your life, maybe yourself, a loved one, it's a friend, or you just want to understand deeper, we're going to introduce you to something that's not talked about. It is FDA approved. It's been around a while and it works, but it's not being offered as a treatment for cardiac issues like it should be. So bear with me on this one. We are definitely going to bring some things to light for you. Speaking of lighting, we set up a little better lighting on the show this morning. So do not negotiate. This is important. No negotiation with thyself. What does this mean? Well, when it comes to decision making, one of the biggest lies that you'll tell yourself is, I'll start Monday. I'll just do this one time. Just one more cigarette. Okay, just, we'll get to it next year. That'll be my New Year's resolution. Yeah. We're broke as heck right now. And, we want to make more money. So we're going to wait till New Year's to make a resolution to start working on that. Really? Seriously? Let's talk about something that I didn't clone this one. Mel Robbins did. The 5-second rule. Okay. Most times you know what you need to do. A lot of times you know exactly what you need to do because you have written it down 100 times. You've made the business plan. You've made this idea. You've done all the research. Yay! Why hasn't anything changed? Because you didn't take action. What is this magical 5-second rule, right? Okay, this is what you need to know and all you need to know. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move, take action. Okay. The moment you hesitate beyond 5 seconds, every second that you hesitate beyond 5 seconds when you make a decision decreases your possibility of actually following through by like 200%. So that means it's dead on second 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Your brain's going to kill it. And remember something, decision without action is delusion. It's a wish list. It's a dream. Okay. But how does this 5-second rule work? Okay. Have you ever, let's say, I think a lot of us have probably worked. I imagine on this show, you've worked or owned a business or been, a productive citizen of society. So have you ever been in a meeting? You might be like, well, I don't really work in a job that has a lot of meetings. Well, pretend you do. And I know we all do, or we've been in a situation And during the meeting, something hits you and you go, oh my God, I got it. I got the solution to this. My boss is going to be so proud, or, my spouse is going to be so proud, or my kids, I got a solution for them. Whatever it is, it might not be a business meeting, but we're going to use a business meeting as the context. You're in that meeting and this thing comes over you and you've got the solution and you go, I'm going to do it. Anybody got an idea? I do. We're going to try this, and this. And I think it'll work because of this. Boom. Within that 5 seconds, and the boss goes, yeah, that's awesome, man. Let's do that. Who are you? Where did you come from? Or whatever the case is. Or they shoot it down. When it gets shot down, sometimes that's when you start going, oh, maybe this 5-second stuff, I should really think it out more. Don't. But the whole thing is you speak within that first 5 seconds. You present the idea of getting it. Have you ever sat in that meeting and somebody goes, does anybody have an idea how to handle this situation? And you go, oh God, I do. I got this. Well, let me think. When's the right time to put up my hand? Or how am I going to? And somebody else in the room goes, yeah, I think if we, gave the sales department telephones and they could actually call people, it would work. And you're like, hey, you son of a gun, that was my idea. But you didn't speak it. You didn't take action. I know I'm using silly examples, but to make it that simple that, when the idea hits you, don't wait. Have you ever, this is a funny one, many, many, many years ago when I was a kid, we were at this, some kind of Scottish thing or something, some event that they had music and dancing. And, I'm looking over and I see this girl and I'm like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And she kind of smiles and, we're young, but I'm like, and we're kind of waving and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I should really go say hello. But I was a shy kid. So I kind of hung back and just kept doing a little flirty thing. And all of a sudden, this guy walks over to her and starts talking to her, and she's gone, dancing with him. That all that little flirty stuff and all that little googly feeling gone, because I sat on my butt and didn't do anything. Now I know you're kind of giggling, oh, that's just a kid's story of love at first sight or whatever, but that wasn't the case. And my point to it being is, I had the idea. The idea was a good idea. I mean, at the time. And it would have been fun, would it have been long-term? Probably not. It would have just been fun, but it would have taken me to the understanding as a kid that you better step up and take action when you get an idea. And especially when the green light goes, have you ever had a decision to make, about buying a house maybe, and you go, all right, well, I'm going to sleep on it tonight. Oh man, this is a really good idea, but I don't want to sit down with a contract. And I got to sleep on it. And, next day you call up the broker and I'm ready to put in an offer. And it's like, they just accepted somebody's. What? Sometimes it dodges a bullet. I mean, if your gut really tells you don't do something, and you're going, yeah, no, something's wrong here. That's one thing. If it's just that, oh, I'm afraid to take the first step. Do that. What do you got to lose? In the case of a real estate contract, you can put in an offer. Doesn't mean that you have to, or put in a letter of intent. Doesn't mean that you are signing the contract that moment. You'd read the contract and give it to your attorney before you'd sign it. But if you don't put in that offer, sometimes, it's happened too. Oh, wow, perfect location to move the business to. Let's think about it a little. Let's do a little more research. And then, they took somebody else's offer last night. And you're like, no, I told you I was going to get a hold of you. Oh, well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, baby, jump in and do it. That's the whole key to it, is take the action. Not when it's perfect, not when you've done all the research. Get the ball rolling. One of two things is going to become apparently clear when you take immediate action. Number one, you're going to see, oh, wow, this is working. I'm glad I did this. Or number two, you're going to go, there needs to be some adjustments. Or number two, you could go very quickly, okay, this isn't a great decision. Squash it now. instead of mulling it over for 3-4 weeks, months, this, that, and the other. Get in, get going, take the action. If the action's working, take more action. If the action's not working, figure out, do we want to, or do we turn around and realize that we took action and this isn't the course we want to do. Okay, nothing's set in stone. I mean, if you take action and something's not right, you can adjust. Now, some people are like, no, if you sign that contract, you got to live up to the terms of the contract. Yeah, you are right. That is the right way to do things, is to live up to what you agree to, but you can adjust. Trust me, stuff is adjustable in this world. Okay. See, and we have a little framework, a little 3-piece framework here that I'm going to give to you. Okay. Number one, if it's not a hell yes, it's probably a no. Okay. So maybe a clear yes for those that might go, well, that might be a little over the top. Sometimes it's not wow about something. Sometimes it's, yeah, that's a great choice. Let's do it. Okay. But if it's not great, compelling, exciting, something that's going to move your needle to the next level, something that's going to propel you forward, do something great for somebody else, whatever your motivation is, if it's not a yes, don't touch it. Okay. A lot of people are like, I agreed to do this. Okay, I really should. Well, that's a waste of your time. You are literally wasting God's precious gift to you of every breathing moment you have on this earth if you're doing a lot of stuff that isn't oh yeah, this is something enriching, this is something great, this is something that's moving the needle forward, or something just pure fun. I mean, hey, we went to Leonard Skinner this weekend. It had to be one of the best concerts ever. That was a hell yes. What was the reason? I mean, at Christmas time, I was like, oh my God, yeah, that date'll work. Yeah, let's get some really good seats. Christmas present for Jen. I was like, let's do this. And just booked it. I didn't go, let me wait a few days and see, if those really good seats, maybe somebody else will grab them, because sometimes you wait 5 seconds or 5 minutes and those seats are gone. That was a hell yes. And that wasn't a moving the needle forward as far as, well, I'm gonna take that back a notch. As far as business goes, I did make connections at the event with some people that we might do some really great business with. So that could have been in itself a great decision for the business. But the thing was, it was a great decision to unwind and do something just plain effing fun. In my categories of improvement on my ClickUp that I have set up, there is a section titled Just Fun. Okay. And that is a category of life, because I'm in a great mood this week now. It was fun. Wasn't going on a worldwide vacation or anything else. It was just a great weekend, a great time. But that was a hell yes. That was worth every second, every dollar it costs us to be there. Those are the things that I encourage you to live your life like that. If it's a business decision and you're like, yeah, I guess we could do a little extra marketing in that might throw us another buyer or two. If you stumble on something that's going to get people lined up at your door, that's a hell yes. I guess we can give it a try, is don't bother with it. It isn't worth dealing with. Okay. The second segment of this framework, number 2, is speed over perfection. Wow. A good decision right now beats a perfect one never. Okay. And a lot of times time will take the waiting for the perfect decision, and you will no longer have the ability to make that decision because the opportunity is gone. So speed over perfection. I'm not saying be reckless, stupid, sloppy. I am saying get moving and adjust a little and learn and grow as you go. That's where all the juice of life is anyway, is learning and growth and that. But if it's there, if it's the right decision, if it feels right, and it's something that could be amazing, if you do it, or you could fall on your face and learn, do it now. Not then, not later, not next week, not when somebody else brings the invention to market, or somebody else talks to the girl you wanted to talk to, or somebody else, brings that up in the meeting and gets a raise and promoted. And you're like, I've been thinking of that for 6 months. Well, if you've been thinking of it for 6 months and it's a hell yes, and we go back to number one there, and you haven't vocalized it, you haven't taken action on it, boo on you. Boo. Okay. Sorry, guys, but I call it the way it is. Let's get some call-ins this morning. 305-224-1968. Show ID is 856-132-1575. Hash key. Call in live. Talk to me. Tell me what you think about this. What decisions have you made that changed your life for the better? And what decisions did you fail to make that would have changed your life massively? And if you made decisions that were not so smart, what'd you learn from them? Put them in the chats, guys. If you can't call in right now, I realize some people are at their desks. Some people are, dropping the kids off at school, and they really frown on you being on the phone and car line. I get it. But if you can't call in, put it in the chats. And if you're watching on a replay, talk to me about this. What's the best decision you ever made? And tell me, if it worked out, you probably took action right away, didn't you? And what is a decision that you put off and somebody else beat you to the punch that could have changed your life for the better? Okay. Talk to me on this. All right. So, number 3, decide one time and then protect that decision. No negotiating with yourself like at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. when the alarm gets off. If you decide I'm getting up at 5, I'm getting up at 6 every day, get up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. I say a quick prayer in the morning, right when I first awaken, because I don't really want to move quite yet at that moment. So I take maybe a 5 or 10 second prayer. Then I 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get my butt up and do not crawl back in bed. Do not hit the snooze button. Biggest decision you could ever make in the world is do not hit the snooze button, for many physical reasons, because you'll go right back into the wrong sleep cycle and wake yourself out of a sleep cycle that you're not designed to wake up from. And it's horrible for your body, horrible for your heart and everything else. But once you make a decision, protect it. Doesn't mean you're rigid. You can adjust. Okay. If you decide to do something, say for instance, a marketing program, and you invest in it, you sign on to do it, and it's working really great the first couple of weeks, don't sit there and go, okay, well, we only set a $500 budget, and if this thing's skyrocketing and you're going, if we up the budget to $1,000, we're going to have twice as much business coming in. You can negotiate amounts or this, that, but don't say, oh, it's only been 2 weeks and I haven't seen a return on this marketing plan. You got to give it a little more time than that. And are you giving it the full level of action each and every day the same way you did the first day? That's the other thing. There is really no set it and forget it. AI is helping with a lot of things, and that's great, but there is no set it and forget it. Okay. AI is not going to make you money overnight while you sleep. It can continue working on your money making stuff while you sleep, but it's not going to just magically one time and you're just going to be free forever and never have to work again. That's BS. But, back to that getting up, using that example, getting up in the morning at 5 or 6 in the morning. If you hit snooze, number one, you're telling your brain and your mind that you're not really committed. Number 2, you're really beating the heck out of your body and your heart by getting jarred back out of that wrong sleep cycle. We could go on and on. But speaking of hearts, guys, next Monday, I am going to bring you someone on the show whose story is going to blow your mind. Jack Clifford, native here in Florida, not a neighboring county of ours, was introduced to me by a friend of mine who has a health clinic who does the EBOO. And he said, I think you really need to talk to Jack. Jack was facing a cardiovascular death sentence. Okay. And in his book, he talks about this. And I had quite a pre-interview meeting with him, and Jack's a cool dude. But he calls it like it is. But he found this FDA-approved treatment that nobody's talking about, and it saved his life. He left the hospital being told that if they didn't crack his chest that day, he wasn't probably going to make it through the day. Now, I'm not saying you go against doctor's orders. I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I am saying that, there are people that have been told, this is it. There's nothing more we can do. You're not operable, this, that, and the other. And this thing saved his life. This is years later, and Jack's sharing his story. And Jack is also bringing to light about this FDA-approved treatment that no one's talking about, but is FDA approved. See, this is the other thing, too. This isn't just somebody going, oh, I took, some pills and got better, or I just ate raw food and got better. No, a lot of that stuff, raw food's really good for you and stuff like that. But this isn't somebody's opinion. This is an FDA-approved treatment. It needs to come to light a little bit more because it can save lives. Okay, so Jack's on a mission to get the word out. This could save your life or somebody you love. You don't want to miss the show, guys. Next week, 7 a.m., tune in live. You can always tune in at lou.live to watch or call in. Take this number down, guys. The show number's staying the same. Area code 305-224-1968. Show ID is 856-1321. 5775 hash key. That's always in the pre-show posts too, guys. But call in. Okay, that's a show that could literally save your life. Make sure you're there. Share it with your friends. I'll be posting a lot of stuff on social about that so that you have posts to share. That's life-changing. Okay, I like to believe my show is life-changing, period. But when it comes to something that could save your life, or save a loved one's life, and give you options, that's exciting. I am very excited to interview Jack next week. Might be a little longer show than usual because I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot of questions coming in. But in the reality and in the spirit of what we do on Breakthrough with Lou, I'm here to bring you things that make life better, make life easier, help you go faster, and help you keep going. I mean, that really is the key to what we're doing. So, guys, I'm going to cut you loose this morning. Got a couple of seconds here. If anybody wants to call in with any questions, comments, please do comment, and, etc. on the posts. Make sure you watch the replays and make sure you are here live next week. This is Coach Lou signing off. I'm going to tell you guys to have an absolutely amazing day. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. Ciao for now.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.